because many people define ecosystem in different fashions.
Right.
I would define ecosystem, in one single mm, sentence. I would say that uh, it covers the effective interaction between various stakeholders, whether it is government, whether it is firms, whether it is, any of the aspects that he would like to get into, he can transact his business. The ecosystem is that one where policy advocacy, stakeholder interactions, institutional supports, and both from the public and private, and better communications and incentive delivery mechanism, all these aspects constitute the total ecosystem of an enterprise. Are
Right.
they functioning in proper fashion or not? Is that what an enterprise should see? If he is finding such a congenial ecosystem, why he is not able to take advantage of it is one thing that he should seriously consider. And both the union and state governments are all out for introducing the ecosystem. Networking has improved, and I was mentioning all these facilitations that have come. If you look at, uh, you should really look at our own state. Telangana state took a premier position in enhancing the ecosystem to be within the reach of the micro small enterprises. But are many of them taking advantage? Yes, there is one indication. Despite COVID, during the last 2 years, you will be surprised, only 143 enterprises, according to the minister's statement in Parliament day before yesterday, only 143 micro small enterprises collapsed in Telangana state out of lakhs. So we should see how strong this ecosystem has been. And in Telangana, the state leads from the front in policy initiatives. Widened and networked information technology initiatives are in place. For example, TSI Pass. One can start the industry even on the day he conceives of starting the industry. He doesn't have to wait for so many sanctions and approvals. Within 15 days, all approvals are given in a platter. If he doesn't get approval, it will be a deemed approval.
Right.
Likewise, a T-Pride for Dalit entrepreneurs is a fast release of incentives for the Dalit enterprises. That scheme exists. And you have T-Hub for starters. We have for women entrepreneur startups, and then Research and Innovation Cell of Hyderabad. Then you have industrial area local authorities. Then you have the only type of enterprise, Telangana Industrial Health Link Limited, which is set up only by this state, none other states in the whole country, nor in Asia, for revival and restructuring of enterprises. Why this revival and restructuring is necessary? Because even the best of 500 fortune are never the same again. There
Right.
will be some enterprises who will fail, who will not be able to pursue. But what about the assets that they have put in place? Why should they go waste? There must be a scope for either the entrepreneur reviving or for sale of the enterprise to somebody. Some effort must be there in that direction.
Right.
And so digitization needs rapid inroads to address many of the institutions, and particularly the cooperation of credit institutions makes a lot of sense in this particular direction. And the enterprises should be at least cost. This is an area where I think some more effort needs to be done. Then you have lots of changes that are happening around the MSME environment. Like, there are trade receivables, e-discount system like TREDS. Then you have the factors, you have various other interventions made by the government to make the ecosystem function very efficiently. Even Reserve Bank of India has lately put in the account aggregators, mainly to address the issues of information asymmetry. And that means the information I have as an enterprise, the financial institution may not have. The information one financial institution have may not be the other institution may be having, and or may not be having. Therefore, the bridge between the information lag will be addressed by this account aggregator, and there will be confidence for the lenders to lend to the micro and small enterprises through this medium. And then moral hazard will also get reduced automatically when data gets generated, because when data itself becomes strength. In fact, I recall what my MD Ugro was mentioning to the Economic Times the other day. He said the future world is going to be data security. And it's not going to be the collateral securities that will rule the lending. It will be the data that will be ruling, because he had an experience of the last 3 years, how he has moved. And during the last year, he has lent about 2,960 crores for the micro, small, medium enterprises. But then he did not, of course, mention whether how many are manufacturing and how many are services, because all the NBFCs, fintechs moved to financing the services area more than the manufacturing area,
Right.
where we are talking more about the manufacturing area.
Right.
Next slide.